Do you own a Panasonic S5 II or S5ii-X and use it mostly for video work? If so, then over the past couple of months, I have poured everything I have into creating the perfect guide just for you. So I will start off by telling you who I think this guide is perfect for, and after that I will tell you who I think this might not be quite right for. If you're someone who has upgraded into the S5 II or S5ii-X, or maybe moved across from another brand, or even moved across from another Lumix camera, then I believe there is a lot of value in this guide for you. Everything from setting the S5 II up from scratch all the way to the new features it has to offer. Even if you're someone with a ton of experience in videography or cinematography, you're coming from another cinema camera or a Sony or a Canon, or even the likes of a Blackmagic or a Red camera, maybe this is going to be your B or C cam. This guide will get you up to speed in no time. It will remove all the mistakes and teething problems that this camera may provide you with. My aim would be that by the time you have completed this guide, that you see this camera as nothing but a tool to create whatever you want, and it does not get in your way. If you are someone who's learning the basics of cinematography and videography, like you are learning what ISO and white balance means, exposure triangles, and all that kind of stuff, then this guide may not be right for you just yet. This guide is more about teaching you how to operate and get the most out of this camera. Something else this guide is not quite right for is the photography side of things. I've been doing videography and cinematography for over a decade, but I know very little about photography. Yes, this camera, the S5 II, can take amazing photos, but I'm just not the guy to teach you them skills. Great filmmaking is built on community, and anybody who buys this guide will automatically be added into the community I have attached to it. I myself will personally be in there answering any questions anyone finds or has about the guide, and I'm sure between us all sharing ideas and concepts, we'll be able to push this thing even further. What originally started out as something quite simple like a workshop inside my head I was going to do over the space of a week has now turned into a multi-month project and is over 2 hours of content. But do not worry if you are someone who does not want to deep dive into something that large. This guide is broken down into categories and sections inside those categories so you can easily find or pull something up if you forget it. We have everything from settings, menus, custom buttons, resolutions, frame rates, and that is just for the setting up section of this guide. And then we get into the operation side of this guide that has ISO, exposure, white balance, audio, autofocus, manual focus, super slow motion. And if that is still not enough, there is an advanced features category to take this camera really to the next level that has capturing raw, storage, lenses, mics, cages, adapters. And finally, I also did 3 dummy real-world setups to show you how I bring everything together and use all these features and settings to really use this camera to its maximum potential. We are not even done there, because after that I show you how I finish and color grade my footage after it is all captured. There will be a lot of people watching this who've never seen my YouTube videos and are thinking, who's this guy and why should I listen to him? First of all, that is fantastic, and take that thought process into everything you do. Around 13-14 years ago, like most people my age who wanted to get into video, I went and bought myself a Canon DSLR and instantly fell in love with capturing cinematic images. There was definitely nothing cinematic about these images, but I was well chuffed and impressed with how good I thought my videos looked. Now, I run a small production company that supports multiple staff members, and most importantly, I've been a full-time filmmaker as my main profession for over a decade. Even more important than all that boring stuff, around 12 months ago, I purchased myself a Panasonic S5 II. Since then, I have shot hundreds of videos and projects for paid work, passion projects, YouTube content, all on this one camera. I simply seen there was a need and a demand of how many people was commenting and DMing me, asking me questions across all different topics when it comes to getting video out of this camera. When I'm creating my YouTube content, there is so much more I want to say and explain, but knowing how the YouTube algorithm works, sometimes it just does not make sense for me to dive deep into settings and reasons in certain videos. I'm not someone who wants to be involved in that YouTube rat race, chasing views and YouTube monetization. I do understand that if I want to continue creating this content, reviewing film tech equipment and comparing it, then I need to make that financially possible. It simply means that I can spend less time shooting for clients and more time creating content for you guys. all while not making myself unhappy in the YouTube rat race. As I said, this thing has been months and months in the making, and I really do hope everybody gets really good value from it. If I have missed any questions that have not been answered in this video, please put them in the comment section of this YouTube video so I can answer them and everyone else can see them. And finally, this is just the beginning of what I am calling Cine Guides. There is plenty more cameras to come, so if you have any cameras you'd like to recommend that I make one of these guides on, please leave that below also so I don't choose the wrong ones.